about
the
how
real
much it
the
costs?
realism of the rehab.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I don't give you numbers, but
If you look at it, I mean, it basically the complete house needs to be redone. That's why it's at such a good deal right now.
yeah.
Excuse me. But if you look, I mean, it's everything's got to be done. I mean, this house has got to be rebuilt. More or less, everything's got to be torn out. This bathroom's got to be torn out. These rooms have got to be redone. They don't even have doors on them. Hey, you got phone jacks though, just in case you invent a time machine. So this is like two of the bedrooms that are downstairs. It's a beautiful house on the outside, but it also needs about the same amount of work on the outside. So the exterior work is also significant. There is a contractor that's here right now that's going over everything. So I'll talk to him when he's done doing his thing. But here's another bedroom with a sink possibility in it. I guess you could make this something else. More telephone. This guy had more phones. You got a fireplace here, which is actually pretty cool. But again, I'm afraid you got to redo everything in here. I mean, you're selling a house for $3 million. You're gonna have, that guy is just gonna want everything to be perfect. And that's how we'll get $3 million out of a $2 million house. But to me, it's pretty clear as to why it's undervalued, because there's a shit ton of work that needs to be done to this thing. Oh, it's got a great master bath though. Again, maybe this toilet can stay. But I don't see anything. These toilets both can probably stay. And maybe this doesn't need to be redone. But you got another bedroom here. And we got a back area here. So there's two, wow, they're just, it's actually pretty neat. And this is why this house is going to be worth what it's going to be worth when we're done right here. I mean, you've got a full deck out here. I can see the ocean from here, which is pretty rare because most houses aren't this high around here. This is actually a real selling point for the place, was the fact that this deck is so high up. Now, the problem is this deck's got to be redone. It's probably structurally okay. Maybe we can sand it and refinish it. But it looks like it's in pretty bad shape to me. But we still got more to go here. Coming around here. Coming up the stairs. And then we have more or less an unfinished roof up here. There's no deck, which is probably a problem. Potentially a problem, I don't know. But it's kind of like the roof at 1103, or the roof right outside your bathroom. It's just tar, whatever. So, gives you a pretty good idea of what's going on. The backyard, that's the backyard, and again, it's got, I mean, this guy was 80 years old and wanted to go to his farm in Minnesota to die, basically. So he's bailing on this. So he's not an exerciser like you who's going to live to be 105. Here we go. This is I mean, listen, depending on what the contractor comes back and says, is $160,000 realistic for the rehab? If it is, I think it's a great deal, because of what I'm looking at right here. I mean, that is the Pacific Ocean. That is a school. That is tennis courts. That is baseball diamonds. That is directly across the street from where I'm standing. It doesn't get much better than location as far as this goes. And I'm in the middle of Santa Monica. So you can see down there, see that ocean right there? That is the Pacific Ocean, like I said. And so those buildings right there are like 5-6 blocks away. So you're about 6 or 7 blocks off the water in Santa Monica on a hill. I mean, this is a pretty sick house. It's got to get sick and it's got to get finished, but it's a pretty sick house.